Students make a lot of mistakes in Summarize spoken text. This video is going to be on the mistakes which normally students make and how to avoid them. Summarize spoken text is an important task because this contributes marks towards your listening and towards your writing. Now guys, this is very important that you understand all the common factors which can impact your scores, because if you're not getting marks in this task, this is going to decrease your marks in the writing module. And trust me when I say this, a lot of students lose marks in this section and therefore they're not able to get their desired bands in writing. They always feel what's lacking. They always are not able to understand what is the area where they are missing to improve the writing marks. Now this is the area where you need to improve. So let me show you the common areas where you need to focus and the mistakes you need to keep in your mind. Now this tutorial will cover all type of mistakes which you would be making in your templates, which you would be making in Summarize spoken text. So make sure that you follow this tutorial very well, write down the notes and make sure that before you practice, revise all the notes which you have written down so that you don't make the same mistake. But before that, if you're new to our channel, make sure that you have subscribed and you have clicked on the bell icon so that you can get the notification whenever I post new tutorial. Now this is going to be really helpful in your PTE journey. Now on top of that, I personally reply to all the comments. So if you're facing difficulties in any of the tasks, put down your doubt in the comment section and I'll reply to that myself and I'll be able to give you a quick solution. Recently, one of the students asked me whether they have to write the initial letters in the exam while noting down the dictations. In the exam, you don't have to write it on the screen. Write it on your notepad, initial letters for all the notes for the write from dictations. And once you have done that, then transfer the answer to the screen. Okay, that way you will not miss out any of the words from write from dictations. Okay, now let's move to Summarize spoken text. So whenever you're doing spoken text, first thing is to write as many as words you guys can do, as many as notes you guys can capture. Okay, that's going to be the very first thing. Capture as many as words you can. Second thing is use articles properly. First thing is try to write as much as possible in plurals so that you don't have to write article the in front of it. But some words which are like specific nouns like world, universe and so on, try to write always add the in front of it, otherwise you will incur a grammar mistake. And especially like name of countries starting with U, United Kingdom, United States, name of universities starting with U like University of New South Wales, historical events like Civil War and so on. Okay, so that's very important, right? That this is must do thing. Okay, let's move on to the next rule while doing spoken text. The next rule is that whenever you guys are doing Summarize spoken text, and in order to avoid the grammar, you guys have to always keep one thing in mind. Okay guys, students make a lot of mistakes in this, right? And you guys have to make sure that you guys don't make this mistake, which is right to make sure that whenever you guys are writing your answer, try to make sure that always use same tense. Mostly we are using continuous form such as ing for the verbs. Okay, so the second rule says use same tense for the verb such as ing, right? And the best way to write it is verb plus noun, okay? Such as eating food, okay? Working in the office and so on, okay? So if you just write just eating alone, you guys will always end up making a mistake, okay? So never write verb, adverb, adjective alone. Always use or mention noun alongside. Next point which you guys have to keep in mind is that whenever you guys are using your verb plus noun, sometimes students write two nouns together, okay? Like animal behavior, okay? Animal behavior is okay as long as you're putting a post office S with the first noun. So it's going to be animals behavior, okay? Or you can say microphone position. It has to be microphone's position, okay? So this is very important that whenever you're writing noun plus noun, it has to be one with apostrophes and then it's going to be grammatically correct. Otherwise, what you have to do is you have to put behaviorals, or behaviors of the animals, okay? Or you have to put position of the microphone. So it's better if you're writing two nouns together, put one with apostrophes so that you don't have to write a bigger phrase. Okay, that's very important. Otherwise, try to use verbs plus nouns, okay, or adverbs plus nouns, right? Adjectives plus nouns, all right, and so on. So it's very important that you keep this thing in your mind, all right? Otherwise, you will always end up making a grammar mistake, okay? So just keep these 3 to 4 things in your mind, and you guys will never make a grammar mistake in your summarized spoken text specifically, because these are the things mostly students make, and that's why they always end up losing 2 marks straight away for their grammar portion, okay? As you guys can see, I have given you all the instructions, all the things where students lack. You just have to make sure that you go through these areas very well. Make sure that you do not make mistake in these areas, because these are the areas where you will be losing out the marks for spellings, for grammar, for content, for vocab. So these areas you need to make sure that you do very well, and make sure that you have gone through the notes again and again so that you can avoid these common mistakes. If you're a student who is struggling constantly in PT and not able to get the scores, you can check out my Instagram channel. Over there, we are giving free scholarships to the students who really need help. So if you want, just go and follow our Instagram channel and you might be able to get free scholarship from us. Now guys, before you go, make sure that you have subscribed, because the next tutorial is going to be on common mistakes and their solutions, so that you can avoid them and crack your scores in the first attempt, so you don't have to give attempts after attempts. Thank you guys. Vishal is signing off from VLE. I'll be seeing you in the next tutorial.